boom, boom. Yo. This is my first coach hand video. I'm not no trainer, I'm not no coach, but y'all been asking me certain stuff about certain routes, and I'm gonna get this shit to y'all. I'm gonna teach y'all the top 5 wide receiver / tight end releases that you're gonna need on every single play, or the majority of every single play. You ain't gonna use one release on every single play, but you feel what I'm saying? You're gonna need these holes in your tool bags. This gonna show you what you need to work with. I got a lot more stuff that I could teach y'all, and it's a lot more stuff that y'all niggas need to learn. So you feel me? If y'all like this video, if you like these type of videos and you want me to keep this series going, make sure y'all like the video. The likes is gonna tell me whether y'all like the videos or not. Let me see if we can get 50 likes on this video and we're gonna drop another. But the likes let me know if y'all fuck with the videos or not. If y'all not fucking with the videos, I don't see the likes, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not gonna post this shit. So the motherfuckers who asking and the people who watching, make sure y'all like the videos, because if I don't see the goal that I set, I'm not making another one. You feel what I'm saying? We're gonna go to the next joint. All right, we're gonna hurry up and get this going. All right, so the order we finna go in is in order for most important. Now, this is not my favorite. The most important release that you need is the speed release. This is a little gem for y'all. When I'm working on my speed releases or my releases in general, I normally put 4 little cones out there. Now, what that does is mimics the DB's body. So look, I'm a big nigga. You feel what I'm saying? DB's is gonna be a little smaller. A DB probably gonna be like, you feel what I'm saying? Like this. I'm taking up the whole 4 cones. A regular DB is probably gonna be like 3 or 2 cones. But 4 cones is safe to work releases on, because you can get around the cones. It helps simulating getting around the receiver and stacking back on top. Now, y'all niggas need to tap in and listen. Listen to me. There's 3 coaching points. You feel what I'm saying? This is gonna let me know if y'all coachable or not. Y'all need to fucking listen. 3 coaching points. Staying low, reducing your quarter, and stacking back on top. My fault for giving y'all the finger. Staying low helps you keep a low center of gravity, and it keeps you more stable. That way, if a motherfucker pushing up against you, you got a good base. Move back so y'all can see it. You feel me? A person pushing you, you got a low base and a good center of gravity. If somebody push you like this, you're gonna fall over. If your legs too close, you ain't gonna have too much balance for you. Reducing your quarter, what reducing your quarter is that flow shit. I ain't gonna get on the nigga who made Flow's ass, because I see what he was trying to do. Like the players will get up there and do this shit ass, and he just wasn't correcting it. So that right there is the problem. Really, what he trying to get them to do is this. Boom, 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 boom. And basically that drill is supposed to help you to reduce your quarter, but they just not doing that shit right. You can reduce your quarter is basically making yourself small. Just think about it. If you're a DB and I come at you like boom, 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 and I make my move and I'm still like this, what can you do? You can put your motherfucking hands all in my chest. What you need to do is come up and boom, boom, when you motherfucking boom, boom, turn, nigga. When you turn, he can't put his hands on you. When you got a big chest like me, it just helps him not be able to touch you. Now I'm be talking to the big niggas too. If you're a tight end, you feel what I'm saying, lock in too, because sometimes a motherfucker shouldn't even be able to put their hands on you. If I'm being completely honest, and even if they do, if you big like me, that shit don't matter, bro. As a tight end, a motherfucker putting their hands on me is like a goddamn mosquito landing on my shoulder, bro. That shit does not matter whatsoever. When you're a tight end, you should be used to contact. You should be used to playing through contact. So still have the technique, but learn how to fight pressure with pressure and use contact to advantage. So look, those are the 3 coaching points. So make sure you keep those in your mind throughout this whole video. The most important release is the #1 release. It's the speed release. Now look, a speed release is literally simple. It's basically a stance and start. It's you getting the fuck off the ball. You feel what I'm saying? A speed release is what you're gonna wanna run 99% of the times. If you can run a speed release 100 times out of a game and get that bitch 100 times, run them hoes. And everything else I'm gonna teach you is a counter off of the speed release. The goal is to beat the DB as fast as possible, and this is the quickest release. And it's simple. Boom. Ball inside, the foot that's up is always to the ball. You feel what I'm saying? So if my right foot up, the ball's in there. If my left foot up, the ball in there. It's simple. Like I said, it ain't too much, not too crazy. Boom. I know it looks crazy. I know it looks simple. You probably like, bro, how am I gonna run this 10 times out of 10? When you a big nigga, all you need is leverage. Now I'm gonna get to the small niggas later, but you feel what I'm saying? I'm a big nigga. 9 times out of 10, all you need is leverage. When people be like, oh, he just uses his body, he pushes off. No, I just know how to use my body. And I understand that I'm a big nigga. I'm not a big nigga that's gonna play small. Now, when I get the ball in my hands, that's a different story. So when I speed release off and I'm on this side, it's GG's. Like, I already know that in my head. I don't care if the DB get hands on me. I don't care if he's, you feel what I'm saying, still a little bit on top. You feel what I'm saying? He could be in perfect position. I know I have a big 6'3", 50 frame that is like, bro, if I get my leverage and he throw me the ball, it's a catch 100% of the time. The main goal with these type of releases is just to get leverage. Every release is just to get leverage. Now you got to think about angles the whole time. Just say I got a nice little slant here. Run my speed release, boom. Like I said, make sure you stay low and reduce your quarter. That's why every time I release, I'm going like these. Every single time, I'm like this, boom. Like you should get fucking tired of doing that shit. Now I'm gonna show y'all what that looks like in full speed. I'm gonna show y'all both ways just to boom. Now another thing while y'all training, you feel what I'm saying? You can see how every time I get off, I'm low, I'm reducing my quarter, and I'm going to the other side of the cone. When I get off, I'm going like these, boom, and finishing on this side. If you can find a way to work to grab grass or something like that, and that'll help you too. That's not 100% realistic because that's not how you're gonna run the route, but I'm practicing me fighting pressure with pressure and the DB being there. Because 9 times out of 10 when you're doing this release, you're not gonna get a free release and there's gonna be somebody putting their hands on you and trying to not let you get to where you wanna go. But hear me again, this right here is the most important release. It might not be a lot, but if you can win with this 10 times out of 10, keep running that hoe. Now listen here and listen good. Every release I'm gonna teach you after this is a continuation from the last release. The next release I'm gonna teach you is pretty simple also. It's called a jab. And that's the counter to the speed release. So you know, normally with the speed release, you're gonna hit one of these. Look, the jab, you've been hitting them with that so much, having your way at the line with the speed release. Now you hit them with the counter. Boom, same thing, stay low and reduce your quarter. Now with this release, you should be able to pair with anything, you feel what I'm saying? It's just a release at the line, so it goes pretty much with every route. And this really shouldn't take too much explaining, you feel what I'm saying? If you staying low and you're reducing your quarter, bro, the shit should work. Everything should work if you revert back to the fundamentals. So if you forgot the fucking fundamentals and you forgot the 3 coaching points, I might slap the shit out you, feel what I'm saying? But this is a YouTube video, you can go right back to the beginning of the video. You line up, stand low in a nice ready position, and boom. Another thing that I can do is give y'all another coaching point is keeping your hands live. A lot of young receivers, you feel what I'm saying, be having their hands down and not like ready. When you got your hands down, a motherfucker could punch you in your shit. You feel what I'm saying? That's like going outside in the dark alley with no gun. Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. So you should be working like boom, rip, reducing your quarter, or boom, swipe, still reducing your quarter and get low. Everything you do with this, you can add some flow to that motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? You could maybe look over there a little bit. If the DB trash, she gonna fall for all that. It's gonna be burnt toast, barbecue chicken. And now I'm finna show y'all how it look live and with a dummy. And look, come here. We don't do no respecting, no defender players. Every single defensive player is a dummy. That's the mindset you gotta have. Cause they don't like you, nigga. Don't get it fucked up. I done built in my DNA and in my brain that I do not fuck with defensive players, and they don't like your ass neither. That's why you got Derwin James coming down hitting like he stole something. Cam Chancellor out here retiring niggas. Ray Lewis, they don't like us. So you gotta get that in your brain. Fuck the defense. So boy, I'm gonna give y'all some runs full speed. And look, sometimes you gotta get violent with a motherfucker. Sometimes you gotta line up and you feel me? Sometimes you gotta line up and get violent. I don't like that nigga. He on defense, I don't fuck with him. Now we're gonna go to the next release. This the 1-2 release. It's like my second favorite release. I don't really do this a lot. I'm gonna say third. This is my third favorite release. Now with this release, it's a counter to the jab. The 1-2 is a counter to the 1. You can't run the 1-2 without running the 1 if you catch my drift. Now when we get to the next release, this gonna break off from the sequence. The next release is not gonna be any type of connection to the 3 releases that I showed you. But with these 3 releases, do not run this release without running one of the 2 releases. I recommend you start out with number 1, then work your way to number 3. But if your ass start at number 3, bitch, I taught you. But don't come blaming me. I don't want to hear you telling none of your coaches, well, Ham taught me. I told you start with number 1. You skipping steps and shit. Start with number 1. In order to do a counter, you got to work the regular move. You feel what I'm saying? Motherfuckers ain't gonna fall for the regular move if you skip straight to the counter. That's like you playing Uno and shit, and you just throw the motherfucking draw 4 at the start of the game. Like you ain't got no strategy to you. Lame, man, nigga. You showing your damn trick cards all the way at the beginning. You're stupid. Before I teach y'all what a 1-2 release is, I'm gonna give y'all 3 seconds to stand your little ass up and do that shit in your living room. Did you get it right? 9 times out of 10 you didn't. Now there also is a 1-2-3 release, but we not gonna get there. That's for the advanced level. If you're not Tariq Hill, Xavier Flowers, do not try that 1-2-3. You think you Zay Flowers and nobody had compared you to him, Nobody has ever said in your life, oh, he's as fast as Zay, or he's as fast as Tariq. Do not do it. Some of y'all niggas delusional. Some niggas think y'all Tariq Hill when you're really Michael Crabtree. And there's nothing wrong with being Michael Crabtree, you feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he a millionaire. But you gotta know your role, bitch. A lot of niggas think they this, but really they that. And the people that think they that is normally that, but they don't know that they that. Let that sink in. And it's simple, straight to the point. I'm not finna give y'all the fancy shit yet. That's for later videos. It's simple. 1, 2. 1, 2. Simple. Make sure you stay low and reduce your quota. If you forget, bro, if you somehow forget to stay low and reduce your quota, I might slap the shit out you. Like, I just might. I done said that shit 100 times. We gonna show y'all how it is in live action, and then I'm gonna bring Dummy in here. Boom, boom, oh, you feel me? 9 times out of 10, nobody guarding that. Boom, boom, oh my God. It's real simple, but they cook. Let me give y'all one more. Boom, boom, oh. Like I said before, sometimes you gotta get nasty with these niggas, bro. They do not like you. They're gonna try to take your head off, knock your block off, put your dick in the dirt. They gonna try to kill you. You feel me? Now, I know it might look like that I'm over exaggerating, you feel what I'm saying, pushing them like that, but when you get in game, it's gonna be somebody going against you that around the same size, around the same strength. So when you hit him like that, with the Dummy, it might look crazy because he ain't fighting back. He's a bitch. But with somebody that's actually trying to stop me, it's gonna look a little different because he gonna be fighting me while I'm fighting him. So when I make my move and actually put my weight on him, he gonna be fighting too. So it's basically just gonna look like this. Boom, boom, and then me just leaning. That's what it's gonna look like. You gotta over exaggerate sometimes when you're training, so moves work flawlessly. That's why we got 4 cones right there instead of 3. I don't know if y'all remember it, but y'all gotta keep up with me. Y'all gotta keep up with me. I feel like y'all slacking a little bit. Don't make me have to knock your ass out. Now hear me. Hear me. The next release, this is my #1 favorite. In my heart of hearts, I really got another #1 favorite, but that's gonna be later in the video. This my #1 favorite that I use without even thinking. Like, my brain turned off, I'm hitting this motherfucker. And that release right there is called a split release. I love the split release because there's so much shit you can do with this hoe, and you run it at every position. Even if you're a tight end, you coming out your, but it's just gonna look like a 2nd level release. Now we're gonna get that, but that's gonna be another video. You a tight end, you might come off like these. Boom. Oh, Jesus Christ. He gonna be stuck right there. You're gonna be somewhere off catching the ball. So I'm gonna teach y'all the regular way, but I promise you, it's so much shit that you could do with this shit. Like, it's crazy. And that's why it's my favorite release, because of the versatility. It's the reason why I like NBA Youngboy. Like, I can go to NBA Youngboy if I'm sad. I can listen to NBA Youngboy if I want to slide down on a bitch. You feel what I'm saying? If I want to feel like the man, Youngboy got a song. If I'm trying to go to the mall, look fly like a real nigga, Youngboy got a song. You feel what I'm saying? If I'm about to crash out in the game, Youngboy got a song. You feel me? If I'm just on some cool laid back shit, vibing, driving down the street, Youngboy got a song. The split release is the equivalent to Youngboy. Just so much, how you say that shit? Variety? Variability? Variable? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. There's a lot you can do with it. When I was younger, shout out to my man Ocho Dougie, played with the Seahawks. He used to call it a come to balance release. PJ taught me a split release. Some people say come to balance, some people say split, but bitch, it worked. A split release is basically coming to balance and flowing and flowing and flowing. That's how you're really supposed to flow. That's really what it's supposed to be. The split release, you line up, you feel what I'm saying? Ball inside, check with the ref, lame man nigga, come on, With this release, it's imperative that you shift a little bit. I know y'all seen a little jerk. It don't be too, pause. You feel what I'm saying? It don't be too crazy, but that's the difference between a motherfucker like these and him on your back hip, because the motherfucker never stand in front of me. So we gonna get that about the way. You feel what I'm saying? It's either me getting leverage or you falling out the frame. It ain't never I'm strapped. When you get this release, you gotta make sure you boom. Oh my God. You gotta boom. It should, you feel what I'm saying? It should, with the flow shit, that's what that's basically working on, is getting your head and shoulders going a different direction. When you get real good at it, cause a good DB gonna be looking at your hips. Oh shit should really be. You feel what I'm saying? You know you did a good rep if a good DB staring at your hips and he still take his ass over there. So with this release, you should give him a good split so that you're in a nice, comfortable position, and give him a nice little shift this way, and we out like these. A good drill to work that is to, you can get some cones or whatever, you can stand outside, you can feel what I'm saying, you can do it in your backyard, whatever you want. Hit one of these, boom, Shout out to my nigga PJ. Boom, That's working on and dipping your shoulder, staying low, and actually working the move and getting you a little wigglier. Right here, the same rules apply. The 3 rules that I said at the beginning. 1, 2, 3. If you do not remember them 3, I might slap the shit out you. I'm gonna show y'all how I should look. If you keep working on it, it's gonna get better. The faster you are, the better it's gonna look. And look, I'm a big nigga doing this. You feel what I'm saying? So if I can do it, I know you can. Now that right there is literally my favorite release, my go-to release. I do it in my sleep. I love everything about that release. That release can do no wrong in my book. The next release is a diamond release. I got a love and hate relationship with this diamond release. 9 times out of 10, diamond releases work for fast niggas, which I don't run it that much, but I can do it. Now against a linebacker, I can run whatever the hell I want. But against a DB, I don't like trying to beat a quick motherfucker at a quick motherfucker's game. Now, I'm a quick motherfucker, but I'm only a quick motherfucker to certain quick motherfuckers. And I don't like trying that shit out mid-game. This release definitely works, and they got a whole bunch of different variations and variables. Now, once you see me running it, you're gonna start to understand why I do not do this shit all the time. But it's very effective if you got good feet and you fast and you quick. You feel what I'm saying? Quick twitch it. With this diamond release, you got 3 ways that you can do it. There's different ways that you can do it, but I really only do 3, so I'm gonna teach you 3. If you know another way, Route God might teach you another way, PJ might teach you another way, Receiving Factory might teach you another way, but with me, I'm gonna tell y'all what I do, cause what I do works, and I like doing the basic shit because I'm a basic nigga, and with running the basic shit, you just be consistent, and I like being consistent over being flashy. And sometimes, the flashy shit might come out of motherfucker, just saying, by mistake though. You feel what I'm saying? But I like being as consistent as possible and doing the shit that I know works. If your coach say, oh, you got a mandatory outside release. Now look, there's some concepts that you can do this with, and there's some concepts you gotta stay your ass outside. Cause some concepts like a flood concept, you got like a go and an out concept. You got out breaking routes, with you turning inside, can diamond releases, and you know you got somebody coming out that's being selfish, cause now the DB's eyes is turned back inside to the other route, and you gonna be fucked up. And then you gonna try to blame me and shit. And bitch, I didn't teach that shit. I didn't tell you to do that. I taught you to release, but nobody told you to do that. Your coach say mandatory outside release, bitch, stay your ass on the outside. Now, if you got a go or something like that, and he just say, bitch, get open, you feel what I'm saying? You might gotta go post or go dig, you're not really opening nobody up. You feel up, pause. Then you can work this hoe. Now, normally, I know a lot of people like to say slide, but like I said, I like consistency. I like to say, get that nigga to open his hips. Now, what the slide is doing is getting that nigga to open his hips, but this shit could look different ways, and sometimes people don't open up off slides. Nigga like me, I'm running my diamond releases like these. Boom, pushing out like this, and slipping back under. But for somebody like me that's big, I gotta get the DB moving. Now with a quick twitchy little motherfucker, the DB already scared as soon as your little ass line up. You could probably hit him off with something like this. Boom, boom. You could probably get away with something like that. I ain't gonna try to downplay myself, cause I do be cooking niggas with that shit. So like that, let's not get that fucked up. But like I said, I like consistency. A little motherfucker might get away with doing that 100% of the time. I'm not doing that shit. Then you got another way of doing it. This is the Davante Adams special. I don't know how the hell NFL DBs consistently get cooked by this shit. Davante Adams not the fastest nigga. He ain't the twitchiest motherfucker. He not the quickest nigga. But these niggas get cooked by this shit, on God. This is a mix between diamond release and split. This is why I love split release. This is the only advanced tip I'm giving y'all. We're gonna have to drop another video for the advanced tip. This is why I love the split release so much. You can mix the split with the diamond. That's like going Balenciaga on a shirt, a Mary on a jeans, and throwing on some Dior's on the feet. You're mixing this shit up, but it probably go hard, maybe. Some niggas can't dress. Just like some niggas can't run routes. And come off that hole like these, always come off the same way. Low, reduce your quarter, and do what? Bitch, if you don't know, I'm slapping the shit out you. Come out that hole, Come on now. Come on now. I know y'all see the vision. I'm saying come out that hole. To get them to turn. You might be the third read. That's why I said you only do this in certain shit. Don't just go out there running this hole all willy-nilly. You gotta know what you're doing and knowing the situation. Third read, you got time. Then you can work some shit like this. Boom, you feel what I'm saying? We got this variation of the split release, shit. So we got this variation of the diamond release, boom, and you can run slant from there, dig, whatever you want. You got this one, got the little quick nigga shit. You feel me? That's, look, all that shit work, but the reason it's my least favorite is because of the success rate. Not a lot of people gonna be able to put that in their bag. Not a lot of people gonna know the situation. Like, use that hole, but know when to use it. Like, you gotta know when to pull the shit out the shit. I know earlier in the video I told y'all I have a release that's in my heart my favorite release, and my mind is not because of the success rate. But like, if I'm being completely honest, my favorite release is the honorable mention, a fucking shock release. Now with a fucking, like, bro, I love me a good shock release. Now look, this like my Mike Tyson haymaker. This shit risky, but bitch, if I connect with this hoe, I don't gotta do nothing else, bitch. Just throw me the ball. You feel what I'm saying? If it's man to man and I connect with a motherfucking shock release, just throw the ball. He on the ground, think about his life. It don't matter what route I run, I'm open. I like when releases make my life easier. With the shock release, it's like, that shit over and done with, nigga. It don't matter what my route is. Throw that hoe. If you a big nigga, I'ma say 200, I'ma say 210 and up. That's the cutoff for if you running that shit. Short niggas can run the shock release, but when you short, it got a strength requirement. If you not benching at least 315, bitch, do not try this release. It might look cool. You might see big niggas doing it, you feel what I'm saying? But you gotta be a big nigga to do this. If I see a motherfucker in a certain stance, like he too far on his toes, I have a routine that I do when I go to the line every single time. If I look down and see you on your toes too much, I don't think you understand how hard this shock release finna be. I'm finna lay it on you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if your stance is too wide, you on this type tip. Now when I push you, you gotta gather yourself. Now the wide niggas, they the easiest niggas that's gonna fall. They gonna be in the dirt. If you see a motherfucker line up like these, goodbye. Talk to you later. You feel what I'm saying? You cancel from the play, I might go for 100 yards on your stupid ass. It's little circumstances to where you run this shit, but that whole work. It ain't but too much a motherfucker gotta show you about this release. I mean, it's simple. Ain't no 1, 2, ain't no cute shit, ain't no hop, skippity jump. It's just, you feel what I'm saying? Now look, that's the top 5 wide receiver / tight end releases that you gonna need to put in your bag. You remember the 3 tips that I told you at the beginning, and make sure you actually getting better, bro. When you going out and working on this shit, have in your mind what you gonna do on the field. Don't just go outside and just run this shit cause I said run it. Pair it with a route, pair it with a situation, pair it with a concept in your playbook. If you got plays in your playbook already and you wanna work on your plays, pair the releases with the plays, so you gonna have experience running them holes in your playbook. You feel what I'm saying? And it makes sense in your playbook, it makes sense on your team, it makes sense for your quarterback. If you like this video, make sure you like it. Share this to your little mans, your little homeboy. He trying to work on his shit. Send him the video. Send it to your mans that's in 37U. Send it to your mans in the league. Anybody can get better. It don't matter what level you on, how much experience you got. You can never learn enough. You can always learn. You should be learning every day. You should be learning something new every day. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, drop a comment which one is your favorite release, and I'm gonna catch y'all with the next one. 50 likes, and I'm gonna drop another one.